Hello and welcome back. I wanted to give you a quick update on my 8x8 wheel dozer. I have now completed the blade assembly. This is a high degree of freedom blade, which means I can move it in a lot of different directions in different ways. The blade lift is performed by an N20 motor that sits here. It uses a pinion that acts upon this part here, which has a toothed track on the inside. So basically it's a really large internal gear. So that is a bit inspired by Letourneau's electromechanical earth-moving machines. And then we have two linear actuators here. If they move together, they tilt the blade forward and back. If they counter-rotate, so one goes forward, the other goes back, then we can tilt left or right. And you will see that the blade is mounted, so we have one lever here and another lever here. So that means that this is basically a parallelogram. So if we go up and down, this means that this connection point always stays close to the blade, and that's where the fourth actuator is attached, which again is a linear actuator built around an N20 motor, and that will tilt the blade like in this. So what I'm using for this is a 4-in-1 ESC from eBay, attached to my trusty 8-channel receiver. Lots of cables, that's my task for another day. So I think we'll just switch this on and I'll show you the different movements. So I am again using my Radiomaster TX16S. I have now put in springs for both sticks so that they return to neutral. I do find this better for earth-moving machines, and it's fairly easy modification. So if I move this stick just back, these will move in and out at the same time. If I go left or right, you can see that one goes in, the other goes back. I could also go like this, so one stays and the other moves. So this 4-in-1 speed controller actually has a mixing function, so I think it's designed for some tank-based toy, so where you have basically a steering function, but I use this for those two linear actuators. So if you look close, we have the motor housing here, then we have a 10 by 10 millimeter aluminium square tube, and in that we have another 3D printed internal, and inside here I have pressed in an M4 nut, one of those that have the serrated outer side for pressing into wood or plastic. Okay, what are the other functions? Well, lifting and tilting. So this is the tilt actuator, this linear actuator here. And if I maybe show it like this, let's see how well it works. So for lifting the blade, we use the other slider on the side. Works really well as well. It's a fairly sturdy assembly despite the many different joints here, and we can see how the parallelogram allows this linear actuator to stay close to the blade and therefore keep the blade more or less parallel, because otherwise just lifting the blade would tilt the blade in this direction, and that's not desirable. Okay, that's all I wanted to show in this quick update. So as you can imagine, the next task will be to try and fit everything into the machine and The one thing I haven't shown you is the rear ripper. I currently don't have that switched in. Actually, it uses the old parts that I printed for the grader prototype, and I'm just reusing them on this dozer. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and until next time.